All right, so now on to part 2 of this assignment. We are going to use the sim. So we're going to use what we learned from the article to create 2 different types of light that have different effects on plants. As you complete the mission, pay close attention to what makes types of light different from one another. So here are our sim instructions. I'm going to go ahead and get the sim loaded. Should not need to log into Amplify since I just did for the article. There we go. Yep, it's loading. Okay. So it tells me I'm going to choose the custom light source and then press edit wave. So I'm going to go to my sim. So over here on the little like computer-y screen is the custom, and then it says edit wave. Okay, so this looks a little confusing. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you what to do. Okay. We're going to adjust the amplitude by dragging the vertical arrows up and down. Notice how the light wave changes. So let's look at what that means. So do you see how it says amplitude over here? I can drag it, these little parts, so like I can make it less high, if that makes sense. And then I can make the wave really high. Okay. The other, so then notice how the light wave changes. So that's what, like just the height of the wave changes. Notice, I know we don't understand what any of this stuff means, but notice that none of that changed. So it's a gamma ray. The only thing that changes over here is the intensity. We'll learn what that means later. Okay. To adjust the wavelength by dragging the horizontal arrows left and right. Notice how the light wave changes. Okay. So right up here it says wavelength, and I can drag this out. Now look. Now all of this has changed. So right now I have red light. So it was initially really close and it was gamma. Notice there's tons of waves. And then as I drag this out, the wavelength, which is going to be this distance, is getting bigger. And my wave has changed. I have ultraviolet. I have indigo, yellow, orange, red, infrared, microwave. And then the biggest wave is what are radio waves. All right. So then to complete the mission, create a type of light that will cause a plant to photosynthesize and another type of light that will cause a plant to be damaged. So again, we're going to remember what we did up here. These are kind of these 2 questions. So what is one type of light that's used for photosynthesis? You should have 1 or 2 answers, right? So let's, okay, I'm going to come back to that in a second. So use the previous sheet, right? That's what I just said. Return to the sim, adjust the amplitude and or wavelength until you've created a type of light that can cause a plant to photosynthesize. Press confirm and turn on the light. Drag the plant onto the testing area and press inspect. So just to show you, I'm going to actually go ahead and just use radio waves, even though I know, because I already know this, the radio waves have no effect on the plant. So let's just kind of look. So I'm going to press confirm. I'm going to drag my plant here. I'm going to turn on my light. I'm going to show energy. Notice all of that light's going through. None is going to get absorbed. There's no change. So that one did not work. Okay. So I'm going to go to edit wave again. And let's go to change it to, I'm going to change it to red. I'm going to press confirm. Notice that the red light is coming out. It's glowing. That means it's being absorbed. So there is a change. I'm going to press inspect and notice that photosynthesis is happening and it's a good rate to photosynthesis. All right. So highlight the answer that completes this sentence. Changing the blank causes the light to change type. Amplitude, wavelength, or both. So let's go back and look at my wave. I'm going to go to edit wave. So what did I change? Did I change the wavelength or did I change the amplitude? Let's just mess with the amplitude and look. Let me make it. Notice it is still red. So does that change anything? Or is it the wavelength that's changing? I'm going to let you guys mess with that. Okay. What type of light caused the plant to photosynthesize? Well, I just did that in the sim. What type of light caused the damage to the plant? Well, again, I could go look at right here, right, and then test it out. So just to make sure, I'm going to make a smaller wave. I'm going to try X-rays. So this one was not in the article, but I'm going to try it anyway. So I'm going to press confirm. I do notice that it starts glowing here. I'm going to press inspect. Ooh, look, X-rays also cause damage. There are 2 more that also cause damage. So I can write that right here. Compare the 2 types of lights. How are the 2 types of lights different? So explain, for one thing, we should explain what we changed on the wave. So did we change the amplitude or do we change the wavelength to get the different types of light? And just what do you notice, right? All right, so that is part 2. Let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, good work.